My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for The Strangers. And this is a movie that some people seriously love. Like, I've heard people call it one of the scariest movies of all time, and it's a movie I've always liked, but never to that extent. Let's get into it first with the performances, and Liv Tyler does a great job here. She sells you on the terror that this character is feeling. She sells you on the hopelessness. And it might actually be her best performance. Yes, it is. I think she does a great job. Then you've got Scott Speedman, who I think does a perfectly fine job. He's kinda of a bland character, but he does just enough. The character introductions are very simplistic. This guy just proposed, she just said no, now he doesn't know what to do and she feels bad. It's not the most riveting stuff, but it's enough to get a sense of who these characters are. It crosses the bare minimum. Brian Butino, I think, directs this movie quite effectively. I think it has a very nice atmosphere, and it can be very tense. You know what? Scratch that. It can be terrifying. Like, there are moments of this movie that just have you on edge, and my goodness, like the iconic shot of Liv Tyler standing in her kitchen with the guy in a mask standing right behind her and she doesn't notice, like that is a bone chilling moment. I also think the entire section where he leaves the place for a little bit as things start to really escalate and the music is playing and the knocks on the door are getting louder and louder. Like that scene, perfection, terrifying. I think the scene when she's hiding in the pantry at the very end of this movie is also very nerve wracking. So this movie definitely does have its moments, and the sound design is absolute perfection. It amplifies the terror. I also do like how, sometimes people will hear something outside, so they'll open up the curtains and there's nothing. I like how this movie has a few moments where they open up the curtains and they're just standing there. Like, that to me is just terrifying. I think the villain design, like the masks, are really creepy. And I do think this movie is also effective at a psychological level. Like, what would you do in this situation? And what if someone did this to you? Like, you don't want to stop and think about it, but like it could happen to anyone really. I love that one line. Why are you doing this? Because you were home. Like, to this couple, this is a terrifying, spoiler alert, life-ending moment for them. And the only justification behind it is because these evil people could. There's no real logic behind it. And I don't know, that really gets under my skin. Like, that line is actually brilliant. Now, this movie is one night. It's not taking place over the span of a few different nights. It is one night. And it can be very difficult to maintain that tension and that atmosphere for an entire movie. And this movie doesn't. That's the big issue I have. It has terrifying moments, but it definitely loses steam in the second half. Once he leaves the house to go to the barn, the movie just takes a massive dip in quality and it kind of loses me for a bit. It becomes really hard to really see anything. And then there's just too many shots of them sneaking up on the couple and then just not doing anything. I'm good with that in the beginning of the movie because that's the build up, but then it feels a little performative in the latter part. And I feel like if you kind of trimmed this movie down by like 10-15 minutes, I know it's already a short movie, but it could have been shorter, it could have been tighter, and I feel like that would have really benefited the movie. I still like it. I think it's very well directed. Liv Tyler gives a great performance, and there is incredible, terrifying moments. But it's like, it's like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs, and yeah. And you already know how the movie's going to end because of the beginning of the movie, but at the same time, it kind of just ends. You know, it doesn't really leave you with much to chew on. So yeah, Strangers. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. This upcoming trilogy just has me very curious. I don't think they're going to be good movies, but maybe in, I don't know, like why a trilogy? Like, I don't know. I'm very curious. But what are your thoughts on The Strangers? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin